All right, this is Emiliano and Shanil's 362 project video, and we're going to be doing a Morse code translator, kind of take in some Morse code from a user using two buttons, and then translate that into English. So the code I'm going to be showing you is the user input side. So this is what the user is going to be working with. So to start, we want to make sure we set the serial equal to the same number, which is 9600, just because that's the generally used one. And pretty much everything in this program is going to be inside this while loop, which we only want to run for 5 seconds. That's going to be the amount of time that the user has to input a character in Morse code, which is kind of a long time, but this is more like to teach people Morse code. So just inside this function, it just differentiates between a dot and a dash. And when we know if it's a dot or a dash, we want to send it to the user output. So the second Arduino knows what to translate. And then that's what these two if-else statements do. And then this while loop just makes sure that no two buttons are pressed at the same time, or that no button is like held on and it counts for more than once. This while loop checks for this ampersand. And what this ampersand tells us is that the second Arduino, the output Arduino, is finished with its code. So this while loop, it just says while 1. It's going to keep running until we receive this ampersand in serial. And that's about it for this side of the code. And now you're going to hear Shanil's side.
For the receiving end, we had just like almost to start the same. We had the same variables, same globals. So we began by having the setup, So here we have a message that we made a variable for the length, and then we used that to get the length. So in this for loop, this was how we used to make the LEDs go on for dashes and dots. So we had it switch around in the serial when we would get the message in. We measured the length and the characters, and then over here, after we did all that to get the LED pins, because what we did first was get the LEDs to go on or off based on a dash or dot. We would clear the screen. We would clear the LCD. We'd set the LCD cursor. Then we'd have this filler just so that we wouldn't mistake when we're reading the dash or dots, just to keep it clear so there's actually something to read. Over here we called the Morse to English. That's our function. And then we set the cursor like that. Serial.flush to clean the serial, and then this is where we print out this symbol. This symbol is very important for the inputting end because they needed to know that we were done reading our loop. So here's the function. So first we thought we could just use a bunch of if statements to make this function work, where we'd be like, oh, if this is a dash, then do this, this. But then what we figured out was there's a method to do it as a tree where each path would change the outcome. So if there's a dash, you move to the left side of the tree. There's a dot, right side of the tree, and you keep doing that. It doesn't look fancy, but it has a really good method where it goes only through 6 if statements each time, just because obviously it's a tree. So we wanted to make it run faster. It doesn't really show in this project as much, but usually that would matter in an actual C project or like an actual coding project. Besides that, I think that's it for the receiving end currently. We do have a few more improvements we need to do, such as the tutorial where we'd have to improve on that and how the serial would work. But other than that, yeah, this is the receiving end.